A peek into your toddler's brain. Parents all over the world, including you and me, we're always very conscious and careful about our child's bodily growth. We make sure they get the necessary nutrition to gain the right height and weight as per their age, right? But what often gets neglected is a very critical part of our child's body, the brain. Well, we know the brain controls our body's functions, that it's a critical organ, but the brain always seems to be too complicated to understand, and so it is often overlooked or sidelined. But it does not have to be that way anymore. Thanks to the neuroscientists and psychologists of the world, today we know much more about how a child's brain develops and what the brain needs in order to develop in the best way. And the best part is that all of this nerdy information has been simplified and made accessible in a way that each one of us parents can benefit and apply in our daily parenting. Remember the hats I gave you in the last lesson? You're the calm, confident coach, right? Now it's time to know your little player a little better. So, in this module, I will share with you 5 brain facts that will help you understand your toddler's brain better and know the crucial role you, the parent, the coach, plays in molding your child's brain and future. Excited? I am. Let's dive in to your toddler's brain. Brain fact number 1. Your toddler's brain is still under construction. Without scaring you, I want to give you a peek into your toddler's brain so it will help you clearly see how capable your toddler is. And for the parts where his brain is not biologically capable yet, you need to pitch in with your advanced brain capacities and your loving care and support. What you're seeing on your slide is a portion of your toddler's higher brain. It's called the prefrontal cortex, which is the part of the brain right behind the forehead. This higher brain is responsible for all the sophisticated thinking and behavior that we as adults are capable of. Example, manners, reasoning, logical thinking, problem solving, planning, decision making, and emotional regulation all comes from your higher brain. And here's the news. This part of your toddler's brain is very underdeveloped. Now you know why you can't reason with your toddler, why it's so difficult for them to understand that we need to brush every day or that bath time has to end. And this higher brain in your toddler will be a work in progress till your child is around 20 to 25 years. Yes, you heard it right. You've signed up for the long term, my dear friend, whether you like it or not. But there's another part of your toddler's brain that's well developed. Ha, I hear you saying, thank God. Wait until I tell you what those developed parts do. Welcome to your toddler's lower brain. Imagine my fist to be the brain. My fingers represent the higher brain, which we just learnt about. My thumb is the middle brain that's responsible for all the emotions. And my palm right here is the lower brain that's responsible for all the basic life functions like breathing, digestion, and it has a very, very evolutionary important function. And that is our survival instincts that help us fight or take flight or freeze in response to threats. This portion together, the lower brain in your child that is built to help survival and is the center of all emotions, is well developed in your child. Now you know why your child has those big emotions every time you pose a threat to them by saying no to their favorite thing. It'll get clearer with the next brain fact. Brain fact number 2. Your toddler can be calm when she feels safe. The brain's primary function is survival. For it to be calm, it must feel safe, physically and emotionally. Evolutionarily, human beings have survived through the ages by overcoming all kinds of threats, ranging from a ferocious animal in the woods to extreme weather and whatnot. In the process, our brain has developed robust mechanisms and responses that help us react or respond to threats and helps us survive. You would have heard of the fight, flight, or freeze response, haven't you? I just said it a while ago. To explain, it simply means if you see a tiger in front of you right this moment, your lower brain quickly detects that threat and it sets off the alarm systems responsible for the fight, flight, freeze response. So you would do one of 3 things. You might freeze right in front of the tiger, not knowing what to do, Or you might take flight or flee, that is, run for your life. Or if you're up for it, you'll choose to fight this tiger, hoping that you'll survive. Now, for a little toddler, being told no when she demands a chocolate, or seeing mommy leave for office, or her tower of blocks tumbling down, are serious threats that set off the alarm systems in her brain. The massive overreactions we see are because their higher brain is not capable of helping them rationalize that these are not really serious threats, and that is why we need to be our child's surrogate higher brain. We need to help them feel safe and soothed in those situations. When they start to feel safe, they can start to be calm. So, our job as parents is to help our kids feel safe physically and emotionally so that their brain and bodies can stay calm. You'll learn exactly how to do it in the Managing Tantrums module. For now, let's move to brain fact number 3. Your toddler's brain is significantly shaped by the experiences you offer as a parent. That's a big one. Your parenting style and choices affect your child's brain development and determines how it's wired. Just like how the food we eat shapes our body, our experiences shape our brain. Everything your child experiences right since birth creates new pathways in their brain, especially in the higher brain, because that's the part that's under construction. The brain is actually specifically designed in this way so that it can adapt to the particular environment that it finds itself in. Incredible, isn't it? Now, here's the scary or assuring part. You, as the parent, decides what environment you are providing your child with. Is it an environment where your child feels safe and soothed, where she can depend on her caregivers to respond to her physical and emotional needs promptly? If so, her brain can literally relax and be calm, knowing that she's in good hands with no threat to survival. On the other hand, if your parenting style includes punishment, threats, constant yelling, scolding, do you see how your child's brain finds itself in a scary environment? Naturally, the brain's alarm systems will be on all the time trying to protect itself. And without the support of a fully functional higher brain, the child will manifest this state of inner turmoil and unrest in the form of meltdowns and tantrums. I hope you can see by now how your child's behavior and brain development depends greatly on what she experiences day in and day out with you. The intention here is not to bring guilt upon you if you've been using traditional fear-based methods. Of course not. But I'm here to tell you, do not panic. It's never too late to set things right. And the right time is now. In this course, you will learn exactly how you can manage every possible situation you will face with your toddler with care and compassion without resorting to threats or punishments. The question is, are you ready to shape yourself as you shape your child's brain? Brain fact number 4. The more we exercise a part of the brain, the more capable it becomes. Your child's brain has both alarm systems and calm systems. As parents to little children, it is in our hands which systems we consistently activate. Fear-based parenting methods trigger the alarm systems. Gentle parenting practices activate the calm systems in your child's brain. The systems we activate more, alarm or calm, become more developed and integrated as a part of a child's personality. Amazing and scary, huh? There are new connections and pathways being created in your child's brain with every experience. The more your child walks through a certain brain pathway repeatedly, the stronger and more accessible it becomes. Let me explain. When your toddler has a massive meltdown and you sit with her calmly, sharing your warm presence and calm, you are using your higher brain's advanced emotional regulation skills and hand holding your child through her emotions. Now, her brain has had the opportunity to practice going from a state of emotional turmoil to a calm state along with you. And when you do this co-regulation enough number of times, that brain pathway in your toddler's brain of going from chaos to calm becomes stronger and more accessible, allowing your toddler to manage her own emotions and calm herself down better and better over time. Similarly, are we giving our toddler enough opportunities to practice higher brain functions like problem solving and decision making? By giving your child simple choices or letting them think what needs to be done if they spilled milk are simple ways in which you can help them exercise their higher brain so that those capacities become stronger. So, in everything we do, let's be mindful of which parts of a child's brain are we activating more, the alarm systems or the calm systems. Is their higher brain getting to work? Are we practicing with them healthy stress coping mechanisms by modeling it to them? In the Managing Tantrums module, you will learn more about co regulation, especially in the midst of the worst tantrums. But don't skip to that part yet. We have some more basics to cover before we get to the real stuff. Brain fact number 5. Your toddler's brain is exploding, trying to understand and know everything. Imagine you wake up one day and you find yourself on a completely new planet. So many new faces around you, so many new objects and surfaces. You'd be really excited to explore every nook and corner, right? You'll want to learn how things work on this planet. You'd watch others around you, what they're doing, and you'll try to copy them. You'd be doing a full time job just trying to figure everything out, right? Well, that's exactly the mission your toddler is on. Actually, the mission begins right from the moment they're born. It just moves to another level once they can run, move, and walk. Can you imagine the kind of activity that would be happening in your child's brain, trying to make sense of everything they're seeing, touching, and feeling around them? To put it in numbers, between 0 to 3 years, the brain shows the fastest rate of development, forming 1 million brain cell connections every second. And 90% of the growth of the human brain occurs in the first 5 years of life. This major sculpting work in the brain slows down by age 7. As parents, their explorative streak can feel scary to us, but it's a necessary part for their healthy development. I'm here to tell you that you can protect and keep your child safe even while respecting and allowing for their natural urge to figure everything out. And we can do that without yelling and scolding most of the time. You will learn how throughout this course, and with practice, you and your toddler will get better at living with each other, even with your own totally opposite agenda. I'm sure that in this lesson, you experienced a range of emotions, right from awe and shock to fear and panic, maybe. But do not worry, you are on the right track because you've decided to learn more and be the best you can. And I'm here to help you. This entire module of Founding Principles focuses on getting to know your toddler in and out. When you know your player well, you can coach him better, right? From Module 2 onwards, you will learn the exact steps and action plan that will help you know what to do and what not to do in all the common daily struggles you face with your toddler. I know it's tempting, but don't skip to that yet. Stick along with me for some more eye-opening information about your toddler's behavior, emotions, and needs in the upcoming lessons. See you there.